The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
Coming up on Live at 4, a hidden gem for kids in Macomb. We'll tell you how your kids can join. Plus, temperatures are on the rise, but how high will they go? Nicholas Stewart has more. And local police still search for the body of a slain pipe worker. That and more on Live at 4.
You're watching News 3 Live at 4 with Jay Jacobs, Shanae Glasgow, sports with Mitchell Winkleman, and weather with our team of meteorology students. Live at 4 starts now.
The search continues for the body of missing pipeline worker Juan Bustamante. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Shanae Glasgow.
And I'm Jack Pluta, filling in for Jay Jacobs. Jose Bustos Bravo, the man who played a role in Bustamante's death, told police the body was wrapped in a carpet and possibly in a landfill. Deputy Chief Eric Leonard says they are also looking through cell phone records to find any details that could help locate the body. He encourages the people of McDonough, Schuyler, and Fulton County to keep an eye out for any sort of suspicious objects.
Macomb has hosted a wave of campaigns these past few weeks, and the latest comes from State Treasurer candidate Mike Farich. Farich was at the Art Center on the east side of Macomb Square Tuesday night discussing one important area he wants to focus on if elected.
So as someone who comes from a rural area, whose family has been involved in farming for many generations, that's something important to me, and it's important that someone realize how important agriculture is as an industry in the state of Illinois. It's our #1 industry.
The fundraiser was hosted by State Senator John Sullivan and his wife Joan Sullivan as they support Farich's run for office. Right now, Farich does not have anyone running against him, and he likes his odds in the upcoming election. The campaign native is currently the state senator for the 52nd District. And the sun is starting to shine in McDonough County just as spring break gets underway. News 3's Nicholas Stewart is here with your first look at weather. Nick?
Yeah, we're sitting just above freezing right now, but clear skies in Macomb right now. We had some clouds move in through the area, but right now, sitting at 33%. All the melting snowpack is helping raise our humidity values. We're up to 70%. Still this area of high pressure that's dominating the area. That's what's clearing out the clouds, but this nice southerly wind is starting to bring up warmer conditions into the region. Regionally across our area, you can see we're at or above freezing everywhere. Galesburg sitting only at 32, but looking off to the southwest, Quincy sitting at 41, Keokuk 37. These warmer and spring-like temperatures are coming towards us as we go through the weekend. But as we mentioned, spring temperatures, they are in sight. Even some 50s are in the forecast. We do have to deal with some rain and snow as a cold front moved through Macomb on Friday night, but we'll have more on this and the full forecast in just a couple minutes.
Western Illinois University School of Computer Science received a gift from a good neighbor. State Farm came to WIU today to present the school with a $50,000 gift for the Advanced Applications and Development Library. A representative from the Fortune 500 company said the money will help Western continue the success needed for employees to advance their technical skills. And in more local news, the West Central Illinois Arts Center is holding a design contest for local artists. The WCI Arts Center invites area graphic designers and artists to participate in a t-shirt design contest. Submissions must be submitted electronically, and there is a $10 submission fee for non-members and a $5 fee for youth under 18 years old. The deadline to make a submission is March 5th.
Paper, plastic. Both are accepted during Recycle Mania. The event is a 10-week nationwide contest aimed to motivate college students and staff to increase recycling efforts and reduce waste generation. Aluminum and plastic are also accepted. Recycle Mania ends March 29th. And mark your calendars for WIU's upcoming 2014 Relay for Life. This is the only walk sponsored by the American Cancer Society in the Macomb area since the Making Strides for Breast Cancer Walk was discontinued. Relay for Life provides an environment for everyone in our region on the WIU campus to join in the fight against cancer. The event will be held from 10 p.m. Friday, April 11th.
The Macomb Park District is one of the hidden gems of the city with plenty of activities for kids young and old. News 3 Victoria Hansis is with us live in the studio to tell us more about it. Vic?
Yeah, Jack, it was quite a catch. 2 children came to the program and learned all about some creatures you wouldn't normally see in Macomb. They even got to handle some. Away from all of the city noise is a place for learning for girls and boys, the Lakeview Nature Center. Once a week, there is a different after-school activity put together by Pam Johnson who works for Lakeview and the Macomb Park District.
Lakeview Nature Center is a fairly new park, was about 20 years old. It's a state award-winning park, and we've been doing events out there for the last 14 years. Some of our events are sort of annual, but most of them are a one-time kind of deal, and you may see it again in 3 years, or you may never see it again.
This week's program was all about squids and giant squids.
Bigger than my head.
Yeah, this is about the size of a giant squid eye.
The children were able to feel what a real squid was like, as well as make their own. If you would like your child in the after-school program, it is $8 for Park District members, $12 for non-members, and the activities last about an hour and a half. Sign up by calling the Macomb Park District or online at parks.macomb.com. If you would like your child at the next after-school program, it is Wednesday, March 26th, and we'll be covering the Great American Animal Series, the grizzly bear.
Looks like a lot of fun, Vic. Thank you. Western Illinois' 42nd annual performance-tested bull sale will be next weekend. An estimated 50 bulls will be on sale this year, all of which have been medically certified. The sale will take place at the WIU Livestock Center located 1 mile west of U.S. Route 767 on Tower Road in Macomb. The sale will begin March 14th at 7 p.m.
A Western Illinois University faculty chamber performed in Muncie, Indiana this weekend for the 2014 College Band Directors National North Central Divisional Conference. The artist spent 2 days in a recording studio to create a recording of the piece that will be released this fall. And each week we bring you a closer look to local animals that need a home. News 3's Franny Smith introduces you to Nala.
Today's pet of the week is Nala. She's a beautiful combination of a half yellow lab and a half pit bull. Nala is female and she's unaltered.
Today's pet of the week is Nala. She's a lab and pit mix. She's about 47 pounds, 2 years old, very energetic, and she loves to play catch.
Nala has never experienced good living conditions as a pet, and she just needs someone to take good care of her. The McDonough County Animal Shelter is a part of the McDonough County Humane Society, which offers resources such as obedience training for your newly adopted animal. Like their page on Facebook to find out the latest animals needing a home. The shelter is located on 101 East Tower Road. They're open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. Both cats and dogs are available to adopt, and they all deserve a nice home to live in. Tune in next week to find out the next pet waiting for adoption. In Macomb, I'm Franny Smith, News 3.
The animal shelter is open to the public and proper identification is required in order to adopt your pet of choice.
Still to come here on Live at 4, Alzheimer's. Is the disease as big of a killer than previously expected?
And you won't believe how one Naperville family got away with shoplifting for over a century.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Looking for more things to do on the weekend?
There's still a group of students on campus that dedicate their time to bringing stars to Western.
News 3 reporter Jessica Ducey tells us more on the organization.
The BCA was established in 1976. We've been around a long time.
The Bureau of Cultural Affairs is one of WIU's best-kept secrets.
BCA is a student-run organization that puts on shows for the students and the surrounding areas of Macomb.
Working 7 days a week, a small group of students and grad students bring in acts from all over the country to entertain here in Macomb.
There is nothing out here to do, and so we bring things in for them to go to, for students to go to.
The program is allotted $150,000 a year to bring in entertainment. And what most students don't know is that most of these shows are free admission to them.
Many students don't take advantage of this, and I think that's a sin because they're paying the money. They need to come and get the experiences.
And if you want entertainment or you have ever said to yourself, there's nothing to do in Macomb, look at our website because there is plenty to do with us.
Samantha Bivens, a WIU student, is one of the few who takes advantage of these opportunities.
Oh yeah, I go to almost every single show I can.
And what do you have to say about them?
They're always phenomenal. They're always professional. There's always greeters at the door ready for you. Tickets are easy and a breeze to get.
The Hainline Theater box office, located in the back of Brown, is a partner with the BCA. This is where students can go to obtain their free ticket for all shows. So if you have yet to make use of your tuition money, make a point to see a show.
You would have to go to Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, New York to see these people. These are international known people, but we actually bring them right here in Macomb.
The BCA encourages students to give input on who they would like to see perform a Western. If you have an act you would like to see, feel free to send an email to bca@wiu.edu. Because remember, the BCA brings the stars to you.
Thanks, Jessica. You can stop by the Hainline Theater box office for tickets and a full list of events for the rest of the year.
Governor Pat Quinn announced an emergency relief for victims of the Washington, Illinois tornado. Governor Pat Quinn has allocated $45 million to help the victims of the devastating tornado that ripped through the state last November. The funds will be used to repair homes and repair roads in 9 counties in central Illinois. Governor Quinn was denied funds from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. FEMA states the infrastructure damage was not too severe enough to warrant federal aid. And after a decade of stealing merchandise, a Chicago area family is now behind bars. Federal agents arrested 58-year-old Branko Bogdanov, as well as his wife and daughter, for stealing from stores including Barnes & Noble and Toys R Us. According to authorities, the daughter wore specially lined skirts where she could stow away the stolen items. Each member of the family is being charged with interstate transportation of stolen property.
Good news for homeowners, mortgage rates are on the decline. According to Freddie Mac's weekly survey, the 30-year fixed rate has gone down 0.9% since last week to 4.28%. The 15-year fixed rate has gone down nearly 1% since last week. It is now down to 3.32%. And research is now showing more and more deaths stemming from Alzheimer's disease. According to a study published in the journal Neurology, deaths from the disease could account to more than 5,000 annually. That's 6 times higher than the number recorded back in 2010. The research also suggests Alzheimer's is just as lethal as heart disease and cancer.
Coming up on Live at 4, cold heat, cold heat. Shanae, when are we going to be done with this?
I don't know, but stick around because Nick Stewart is in the studio to give us his full forecast.
Yes, I am.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No!
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
So what you want to do is, have you already enrolled?
You're 25. What did that just do?
Select the drop-down menu again. If you hit site, you're already enrolled. Example here, so don't panic. When you're ready to make your payment, submit. There it is.
Oh my God! I really can't believe it.
That's awesome. Good for you.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We know what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Yeah, currently in Macomb, we're sitting just above freezing at 33 degrees. We got a humidity at 70%. All the snowpack is starting to melt, really starting to add to the humidity values. We could have used that on Tuesday. That would have helped us get some snowfall. But luckily for us, no snow is in the forecast, at least in the short term. High pressure is still in place. It's providing us clear skies, but it's moving off to the east, meaning we get a nice southerly wind gusting at 8 miles per hour. That's helping bring our temperatures up. If you look at satellite right now, we had this little area of clouds that kind of moved on through the area. We're not looking at too much right now. This area of white is all snowpack. You can see it's slowly melting to the north. We're almost out of the snow area that's on the ground. On radar, absolutely nothing showing up anywhere in Illinois or the Midwest for that matter. And we're gonna enjoy that while we can. Temperatures are starting to be on the incline, 48 Joplin, 44 Kansas City. This warm air out here, you can see these oranges off on the far western side of the region. That's all 60-degree temperatures, and that's all trying to push towards our area. We'll get pretty close to the mark as we go through the weekend. But right now, you can see mostly sunny, mild conditions, all attributed to this area of high pressure that's sitting up over eastern Indiana. That's going to bring up some nice southerly flow from the Gulf of Mexico, bringing our temperatures up. It's also helping clear out our skies, as you saw on satellite. No clouds in our area whatsoever. Now, tomorrow's going to get a little bit of interesting. It all becomes attributed to this cold front. Depending on the time of this cold front depends how warm we get. Right now we're expecting it to come in later through the evening, which means we might get up almost up to 60 degrees at some point tomorrow for areas of our area. Unfortunately, you see the dreaded snow behind. We will be closely monitoring the snow situation. We might get some snow behind that, but right now conditions look to be a little too dry to support that. Saturday, more cold and snow coming in behind the cold front. You can see the cold front moved on through Macomb and is now sitting off across the Ohio River Valley. Snow is sitting up behind it, but again, nothing much in terms of accumulation. We might get a light dusting at most. I don't expect any real accumulation at all with this. However, we mentioned for your spring break, warmer temperatures are on the way. That's because the jet stream is really starting to push up north. We call this a ridge in the jet stream. Brings up all this nice warm temperatures. Air of high pressure starts dominating the area, clears out the skies, calms out the winds. We just get pretty mild. Unfortunately, this pattern changes again during the midweek next week and will drop again into cooler regime. For tonight, 22 degrees. Winds will be continually turning more southerly at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, 49, mild, nice southerly wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour again. As we go through the 5-day forecast, you can see 50s are in the forecast on Monday and Tuesday. Nice warming trend as we go through the beginning of spring break. You can see Saturday, a chance of snow. Again, nothing too much accumulation expected, but clear skies, warming temperatures, my ideal spring break.
Mine too. I'm ready for one.
I am so excited.
50s. Thank you, Nick.
Yes.
Mitch, you can do a lot with hot temperatures when it comes to sports. The Sod Fathers are going to start coming out. It's time for baseball and softball.
That's right. That's where softball is heading. Coming up in sports, the WIU softball team takes on a tough schedule this weekend. Can the Leathernecks keep the hot streak going? Also coming up, the Bulls were back in action last night. Did the men in red get it done? Find out next.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The red-hot WIU softball team is back in action starting tomorrow after a week off due to inclement weather down south in Illinois. Here's a look at the schedule this weekend for your Leathernecks down in Oklahoma. They will take on Tulsa tomorrow at 1:15. Tulsa is ranked number 20 in the nation. Oklahoma, number 19. They'll play them at 5:45, followed by Liberty, and back again with number 20 Oklahoma on Sunday at 12:30. The team will then travel to Tulsa, Oklahoma, taking on Tulsa March 11th, followed by a doubleheader in Wichita, Kansas, taking on those Wichita State Shockers. The ladies will then stay in the area until UMKC Invitational starting Saturday the 15th, where they will match up with Northern Colorado and Kansas City. 2 games on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. Best of luck to the ladies on this very busy week. 3 WIU women's basketball players have been named to All-Conference. Ashley Luke, who is leading the conference in rebounds and second in scoring, was named to first team. Michelle Maher was named to second team, and Tori Neiman, newcomer, was also named. She was named to fourth team. Neiman ranks in the top 4 on the team in scoring, rebounding, steals, assists, and field goal percentage with 51. Congrats to these 3 All-Stars, and good luck to the team in the conference tournament this Sunday in Sioux Falls, taking on those South Dakota Coyotes. The Bulls trail the Toronto Raptors by a half a game for the 3rd spot in the Eastern Conference before heading into last night's game with the Detroit Pistons. Let's take it down to the second quarter of the game. Noah starting out here. It's going to be DJ Augustine. He's going to take it to the lane. He's going to miss, but look who's there, Taj Gibson. He's going to pick up the board and slam it down. Bulls up now by 10 in the 4th. DJ Augustine to Noah. Noah, the nice dish to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's going to throw it down. Bulls keep going with the big lead. Joakim Noah very pumped up. Noah here once again. Going to give it to Augustine. Augustine's going to drain it. All 3 of those. He had more threes than a daycare center. Bulls still up big in the 4th. Here we go again. Noah. He's going to take it all himself all the way. Noah was on fire once again tonight, and he's pumped up, and the Bulls are going to go into the Palace, winning big against Detroit. The final score in that game, 105-94. Augustine with 26 points. Noah triple-double, his second triple-double in 3 games, and he's the first person to do that since 1992. The Bulls are back in action tomorrow night, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies at home at 7 o'clock. And finally, briefly in sports, the Chicago Bears have signed defensive tackle Jay Ratliff to a 2-year contract, and the Bears front office said today that they will not re-sign phenom specialist Devin Hester, making him a free agent. Sources also say Joakim Noah is trying to recruit Carmelo Anthony to come on over and help D. Rose and the Bulls next year. And last, finally, in hockey, Tampa Bay Lightning star Steven Stamkos will return tonight after recovering from a broken leg on November 11th. Guys, that's crazy. It's just 4 months. Those hockey players, you know, broken leg, 4 months. He's back right out there.
You know what's crazy is more threes than a daycare center. I've never heard that before.
Well, now you have.
Good job.
Now
Good
you
job.
have.
Hey, the White Sox are in action in spring training. How about them?
Yeah, Jose Abreu hit his first homer this, moments ago, and we were talking, hey, let's get him at 55 this year. Also, Avisel Garcia hitting a few doubles today. They're in split action. Last time I checked, they were tied, and then they were losing. But it's only spring training as long as they're out there hitting balls, you know?
Good for them. I know Shaday's a big Blackhawks fan. The Blackhawks, the trade deadline came and passed. How did they do?
Hawks only got 2 defensemen. Stan Bowman said that's all they really need. He wants to keep the core together. And I say, hey, why not? Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, good for them. They play tonight, don't they?
Yep, Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. They need to bounce back after that, tough loss to Avalanche after coming off of a weekend at Soldier Field, blowing out the Pittsburgh Penguins in a snowstorm. I was there, it was crazy, but let's get a winning streak started today.
Prediction, better baseball team this year, Chicago. White Sox, Cubs?
I'm going to say the White Sox just because
Cubs have a good talent.
They do.
Good farm system.
They do, but it hasn't really shown in the last 2 years. Hopefully for them it does this year, but for the White Sox, they got guys, a couple veterans coming, and I think they're going to do a good job.
All right. Thanks for that, Mitch.
Yep.
Western Illinois has advanced to the Final Four of the six-fan competition.
Stick around for more details on how you can help WIU win the $100,000 scholarship.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Where do you think you're going?
Is your body holding you back?
I want to go running. Not with that knee, you're not. I'm fine. Negative.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age.
With that shoulder, you're going to pick up that truck. Really?
Keeping you from working, playing, or just plain moving.
Let's not pick her up. What do you say?
Yet a lot of people who live with pain fight back.
Use your head. Save your back. My bride, my rules.
And regain their lives.
You gotta be kidding me.
Whoa. I'm going running. I'm going running.
Got to see this. Come on, pick it up.
Fight for your mobility. Find your own inspiration at anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Come on. I'll take it from here.
Western Illinois University has advanced to the Final Four of the NCAA six-man competition.
That's right, WIU rolled over Summit League rival South Dakota State 57-43% in the Elite Eight round.
Western is matched up now with Arkansas State with the opportunity to advance to the championship round at stake.
That's right, you can cast your vote by tweeting hashtag 6fan and hashtag WILL on Twitter or by visiting the website on the screen and connecting the site to your Facebook page. Fans have until 10:59 p.m. Sunday to vote. Well, that's all the time we have for this newscast. For Mitch Winkleman, I'm Jack Pluta.
And for Nicholas Stewart, I'm Shanae Glasgow.
Keep up to date with us by visiting our Facebook page or news3wiu.com.
Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at News3WIU. Have a great night, everyone.